So with Haikon, yeah, it's a little hard because it was hard to move on from Frost Rhrealm because I'd worked on it for so long. I mean, all the way back from 2017 is when I started it, and because I hadn't gotten a lot of feedback yet. Because I think even the people that had bought it hadn't played it yet, right? I mean, it was level 5 to 8, you know, theoretically, and people are probably in the middle of their own campaigns, and so who knows when people will actually play it. Of course, I'd love to hear your feedback now, but so it was really cool to hear some. I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying. I know it's my girlfriend. I know it's my brother, but they're really, you know, the kind of people that I trust. And when we were playing, you know, my girlfriend at some point held up the module and just said, "This is really good," and that really hit me. She's not someone that really says stuff like that very much. I was really happy about that. Also, during it, my brother's like, "This is great. You need to make more books. You need to make more books." And I know him. You know, he would probably want to. I mean, he would in the moment he would want to like help me. You know, with the next project, not artistically, unfortunately, but you know, like, you know, maybe give some money towards the art and all that. But I know he's buried in his life. He's got way too much responsibility. But it was still hit me really positively, his response. So having each of them responded that, okay, well that kind of holds me over until I get some feedback from people out there that picked it up or that I or won it through my giveaway. So I kind of had to let that go. I really went, like I said, I got some feedback from my brother and my girlfriend. So I did get some satisfaction, and I'm gonna just have to let go of the feedback thing right now. So and the other thing about approaching the new project Haikon is that, and I wasn't positive for sure that this is what I was gonna do. I mean, it was just an idea I had, but it wasn't necessarily, you know, maybe I would do something else. I'd also considered refining some of my homebrew stuff, you know, like, oh, maybe I should just take something I've already created and, you know, take a lot less time and then publish that. But it's hard for me. I always want to do something new. So even though I hopefully we'll do something like that later, get my overall campaign world out there, or pieces of it or whatever, I kind of started to move forward. A couple weeks ago I started to, well, my girlfriend went out of town literally for almost 3 weeks. She's still gone, which brought both of my campaigns to a halt, so I've been going crazy not playing. But I have been starting to go forward with Haikon. The last couple of weeks I've really started to do stuff, including there's a piece of art that I like by the same artist who, with Frost Rhrealm, the cover art was something that I had come across when I was doing research for faces for Frost Rhrealm, and I saw that and I said, oh, that reminds me so much of Frost Rhrealm. And it's beautiful. I just wanted it to be the cover. Contacted the artist and bought the rights so that I could use it for my cover. Well, there was another picture of his I came across on his Instagram that I loved, that I put aside as a possibility for Haikon. I contacted him about it once I started to actually work on Haikon the last couple of weeks, and it ends up somebody already owns it and using it. So I was initially bummed out. I love this, but he said that he had done another an alteration to it and created another second one, but it wasn't nearly as raw. I mean, I say that. He didn't say that. I just looked at it and it wasn't quite the same thing. So then I looked at some more of his stuff and I came across a beautiful piece. I thought it was beautiful that I even liked potentially more. Contacted him about that. He said that it was available. So I thought about it for a handful of days and I bought it. Bought the rights. I don't know that I actually own it, but I know I have the rights to use it. I know I should know that, but anyway. Yes, here it is. Here's the art that will be used on the cover. Unlike the Frost Rhrealm art, which is only on the front cover because it was a more vertical drawing, this is a wider drawing, so I'm actually going to have it on the front and back cover, so that's cool. Yeah, so I started pouring, writing everything down that I had written. Anyway, taking all my notes that I had about Haikon that I had done randomly, and then kind of creating new stuff, and I decided I'm just gonna write like everything that I've come up with so far. I'm gonna write it into a document that just kind of shows it all and explains it all, kind of. And a lot of it is really concept. And in the last couple of weeks, I started to take all of that, and I went from that tablet and all these, and I made all these index cards. Bottom line, I started to put it into a document online. So I'm like 16 pages in, and it's not fleshed out, and it's not final at all. And I've been putting some pictures in there, some hold pictures like I did with Frost Rhrealm. Got to figure out the artist thing. Probably not going to be using the same artist as Frost Rhrealm. He was amazing, and I love the art. I might mix it up a little bit, through somebody else in there. And so I contacted one person and contacted a couple people, but this one guy, I mean, but I've come across some art lately that's just been amazing. And I contacted this one guy, but it's just one of the most amazing drawings I've ever seen, and just kind of checking to see if, because what I did with Frost Rhrealm is, for budget purposes, I needed to do just sketches of drawings, because I looked at pricing out there, and I knew I was only going to be able to afford sketches. And I would love to have had 20 drawings, but I only had a budget for 10. But fortunately, I was able to get line art on Frost Rhrealm as well. But on this Haikon project, I'm kind of approaching it the same way. I'm probably going to be shooting for 10 drawings, sketches, keep the price down. You know, if I'm able to end up doing line art at some point, great. If I'm able to up it to that or not. But I found this one guy with just amazing art. But I would need a $500 budget just to get a handful of sketches from him. It wouldn't even be all the ones I need, and I would love to pour that in Haikon. I would love to have Haikon just be this bitchin', to use some kind of 80s term, bitchin' like book that has all this awesome art. It's not practical unless for some reason my module blows up for some strange reason. But I'm not just approaching these projects from a practical place. The practical stuff helps you get it done. But I'm always looking and hoping for more and driven by other than that. So yeah, so I came into my budget is $500 to do 10 drawings. I gotta find an artist where I can get 10 sketches. My artist also, like I said, had done my maps for Frost Rhrealm. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do about maps yet. Not sure if I'm gonna approach him again. It's not really his thing, and I loved what he did, but I know that he actually loves to do illustrations. That is his thing. So I don't know if I'll approach him or if that's possible or not, or if I will maybe use the new artist. I don't know if a new artist can do a similar kind of thing. I haven't figured that out. I'm like so far from figuring that out. I need to build it, of course. Yeah, so I actually, yesterday I actually did another Ko-fi. I called it a soft sell. Let people know if they'd like to support, you know, me getting art and maps and all that, because I do not have the money to do it, but I'm trying to do it anyway. Yeah, so I put a Ko-fi out there. I'll put the link under my video if you'd like to give $3 or whatever you want to give. It's another situation where, you know, I could do a Kickstarter. I could do these things where they give money. You give money, you get a book. But I just, like I said, I don't like the pressure associated with that. For me, it's not. It feels like pressure for me. But at the same time, I'm very generous, and you know, for people that give to Ko-fi, if they reach out to me, I'd gladly give them a copy of the PDF of Frost Rhrealm. I actually have that now. This other project, I don't know when it's going to be done, and I don't want to make promises about that project. But yeah, I'd gladly give away PDFs of Frost Rhrealm, which I love. I love Frost Rhrealm. I just need to let it go though, because I have to move on. Yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at. I'm about 16 pages into my first draft. I've got the cover art. I'm researching artists. I also have to build, I have to also design a bunch of castles. I designed this castle from a campaign I run, my one-person campaign, and I love it. But I don't know how I did it. I must have been really inspired, because for me, it looks like a castle. Maybe it's not like technically like a castle, but I really like the design, but I'm gonna have to come up with a bunch of other ones. Something. Oh. Also, I can come up with cool names every now and then, but names are not my thing. Sometimes I just can't. I mean, we literally have a diva in my first campaign. I just call him Jeff, because I've never taken a moment to create a name for him or whatever. I even get my girlfriend help me with names, because I want the names to be cool, but I just can't pull them out of my hat. I think Matt Mercer actually keeps a list of names next to him, so that if he ever needs, and it's a really smart thing to do that I have not done. Although I will say that Xanathar's Guide to Everything, plug, but not sponsored, has lists of names from different races, and it's really great. Xanathar's Guide to Everything kicks ass. It is my Dungeon Master Guide, and then Monster Manual, and then that. And that's where I'm at. Like I said, Haikon is probably going to be a kind of a campaign setting, but only maybe just on a continent, so it's not going to be some huge campaign setting, but it's going to potentially be a campaign setting in a particular continent with some adventures attached to it. And I was gonna say, you know, originally I came up with that idea, but I hadn't experienced like an inspirational kind of moment like I had with Frost Rhrealm, but then I did. I had a really cool dream about this creature and situation, and I actually was inspired to put that in to Haikon. So that was inspiring, and that has now become kind of a part of the history, part of the bigger picture. Anyway, I won't go into that. But yeah, so that was really inspiring. And then just because I've been working on it for 2 weeks, I'm starting to get a little bit of momentum. I'm starting to get a little bit inspired. Oh, I was gonna say, when I did the vlogs for Frost Rhrealm back in 2017, I was like getting the community involved with a lot of it. The community's grown like crazy now. It's a little crazier to kind of try to do that the way that I did back then. Even from 2017 to 2019, it's now 2020, but I've seen just ridiculous growth. So there's a guy named Eric that he was great at coming up with names. His names are speckled throughout Frost Rhrealm. In fact, I list them in the special thanks portion in my Frost Rhrealm module. Anyway, so I've been messaging him like, I need some names for this or for this, or you know, I don't want to get frustrated by not knowing names, and I can use fake names for a while, but at the same time I know that I'm not going to come up with all the names for this place, and that I'm going to need some help. So he's been awesome. I'll be giving him credit in the new thing. He's a really great guy. He also did a drawing for me in Frost Rhrealm, which he did not get paid for. Wouldn't let me pay him. I don't know if I had money to pay him anyway, but I know I wanted a drawing of a dragon, and I tweeted about it, and he said he'd do one. So he came up with this amazing picture of dragons.